Ahead on Daytime Buffalo, we get details on the upcoming Spring Them Home adoption event with Buddy Second Chance Rescue. And we're joined by the Buffalo Stallions to hear how they're investing in the young athletes of our community. It's all coming up right now on Daytime Buffalo. Good afternoon, hello, and welcome to Daytime Buffalo. I'm your host, Chelsea Lavelle. Well, joining us now are Julie Starr from Buddy Second Chance Rescue and Kimberly LaRussa from Sweet Buffalo with another four-legged friend, well, two of them, looking for their forever homes. Thanks so much for coming in today, ladies.
Thanks for having us.
Of course, let's get right into it. We've got Dottie in my lap and Violet in Kim's lap. Tell us all about these two precious beauties.
So these little babies came up. There was 9 of them total. Their mother was a purebred Springer Spaniel in Georgia. The mother did get fixed down there and the owner decided to keep her. But we took her puppies here and brought them to Western New York and we're looking for their forever homes.
Okay, well, obviously they're puppies, so they're pretty simple. Well, not quite simple, but you know, as far as what family would be a good fit for
and actually their foster said that they're actually very good puppies. They're pretty easy. They're about 11 weeks old.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're little. They are about 15, I'd say 15 pounds. They get along great with other dogs. I think they'd be fine with kids since they're little, but they're puppies, so they're gonna need, you know, help with training. They're doing well with their potty training. She said they're doing very well with their crate training. They are crated separately, so they're not being, you know, dependent on each other.
Good.
And we always do not recommend that people adopt siblings. We like to adopt them out separately so we don't have any issues as they grow older with sibling rivalry or with bonding with each other and not being able to bond with the owners.
I see. Okay. The paws look a little big.
They are big. So like we said, mom's a Springer Spaniel. We're not sure what dad is.
Okay.
But they do have very large paws.
They do. They might get a little big, but that's okay. You can grow with them as growing with your family, right? All right, let's talk about your upcoming adoption event, Spring Them Home.
Yes, I'm so excited. The Spring Them Home adoption event will be held this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. inside the McKinley Mall. It's one of our annual holiday adoption events that we throw for the rescues, and 18 local rescues are coming, including Buddy Second Chance Rescue, 10 Lives Club, and so many more. And it's just a great way to come and meet so many different dogs and cats. We actually have a draft horse rescue coming too, not with the horses, but they are coming just to show what they have to offer. So we're excited to have them. And it's just a great event. We have our sponsors, Clyde's Feed and Animal Center, and also Salino Plumbing and EcoServe, and all those are going to bring different items for, you know, the people to get free treats and frisbees and all good stuff to entice them to come and adopt.
Very nice. And it seems like the McKinley Mall has been really great to you about letting you use their space as an event space for different adoption events, right?
Yes, they have been so amazing to have us come in and offer the space. We are near Spencer's in the mall, and we have such a wide open area where people can come and meet all the animals, and it's been just such a success. I think more than 40 animals got adopted at our last one, so we're hoping for a successful one this year too.
Nice. And let's talk about how successful events like these are. How have they been in the past as far as getting the dogs adopted?
Yeah, we do 4 a year with Kim and Sweet Buffalo. And like she said, with all the rescues being there, hundreds and hundreds of people come through the mall to see the animals, high adoption rates. And obviously, you know, when you see a dog online or you see a dog on social media, it's a lot different than seeing the dog in person.
Right.
So you can look at a picture of a dog and say, oh, that dog's cute, but you want to make a connection with the dog. So going and seeing them in person, you might also fall in love with a dog that you didn't think that by seeing it in a picture that you would be interested in, but then you go to the events and you see him and you cuddle him and you love them and you say, this is really the dog for me, because and sometimes the dogs pick you, so you never know.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know that unless you attend the events. And as you know, Buddies, we have to hold events every weekend, sometimes multiple events in a weekend. I think we have 3 events this entire week.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're always big into the community, going out, working with local businesses, holding adoption events. So then, people are coming there and seeing them, and obviously the adoption rates are higher, and, we save more dogs that way.
That's right. And what's the process like, especially if you go to this event? Because it's not just like, okay, you see this dog and you're going to take them home, right?
Yeah, I mean, every rescue has different policies and procedures. We personally do not let dogs go home from events because we want to make sure that we take the dog to the home for the person that's interested so they can see how they interact in the home with the family members that are there. So we always say try and get pre-approved ahead of time. Go on the website, apply at buddiesrescue.org, get your pre-approval card. once you go there, if you meet a dog that you love, get on the list to meet that dog, and then hopefully the foster, we can get them out to the house, and if you're interested, then that's when the adoption would take place. But like I said, we're different. Not all rescues have the same policies. That's just how we operate.
Well, Dottie and Violet are obviously siblings, and you're not recommending that they get adopted together just for, the benefit of their future. But I have a great idea. I think some best friends or some family members should adopt each of them, and then they can stay connected.
And that would definitely work.
Yes.
That would work. We'd be okay with that.
Alrighty, well listen, Dottie and Violet are looking for their forever homes, but they're not the only ones. If you'd like more information on their upcoming adoption events or any of the animals available at Buddy's Second Chance, you can visit buddysrescue.org. This segment is presented by Earthwise Pet Hamburg. Thanks for coming in, ladies.
Thanks for having us.